Ever wish that construction projects could just magically finish, on time and within budget?
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Well, today we're diving deep into how AI might just make that a reality.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be unpacking a report from Meritorious Consultants LLC all about AI and project estimation in the construction world.
Sounds fascinating.
Get ready for some seriously cool tech because we're about to discover how AI could take the headache out of those frustrating delays.
Yeah, construction delays are definitely a universal pain point.
Yeah.
And you're right, AI has the potential to, really change the game.
So let's talk about why those delays happen in the first place. Traditional estimation methods, they're kind of notorious for being a bit off, aren't they?
They are. Construction projects are just these complex beasts with so many moving parts.
Yeah, for sure.
Think about it. Countless people, mountains of data, often stuck in separate silos, fluctuating labor and material costs, ever-changing weather conditions and regulations that always seem to shift at, the worst possible moment.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically a recipe for human error and budget blowouts.
It's making me shudder remembering my own kitchen renovation.
Oh, yeah.
But how does AI step in to, solve this?
Well, the report highlights 4 key AI technologies: machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, and predictive analytics.
Wow. Okay.
And each one tackles a different piece of the puzzle.
Okay, so let's break down these AI heavy hitters.
Sure.
And let's keep it relatable. Not everyone listening is a data scientist.
Absolutely. So think of machine learning as like a pattern detective.
Okay.
It analyzes massive amounts of data from past projects to predict future costs, timelines, and potential risks.
Okay.
And the more data it's fed, the smarter it becomes.
So it's like having a crystal ball, but backed by cold, hard data.
Exactly.
I like it. What about natural language processing? That one sounds a bit more abstract.
Yeah, natural language processing is all about AI understanding human language. So in construction, it can scan contracts, emails, even those meeting dates we all love to hate,
Ugh.
to pull out crucial information that could impact a project's budget or timeline.
No more late night reading glasses and legal dictionaries.
Right.
I'm sold. All right, what about computer vision? That one sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It might sound futuristic, but it's happening now.
Oh.
So picture drones flying over construction sites, capturing images that AI then analyzes.
Okay.
This can track progress, pinpoint potential delays, and even confirm whether tasks are completed correctly.
Wow, that's next level oversight. Okay, last but not least, predictive analytics. Is AI actually able to, tell the future with this one?
Maybe not tell the future, but it can give us a pretty good glimpse.
Okay.
Predictive analytics uses historical data and trends to create models that predict different scenarios. This allows project managers to anticipate things like material price fluctuations or potential labor shortages so they can adjust their plans proactively.
So this isn't just theory, this tech is actually being used right now. The report mentions some mind-blowing applications. For instance, AI can create hyper-accurate cost estimates. How does that work in practice?
Well, these AI systems can process a truly staggering amount of information. So imagine analyzing past project data, current market prices, even going deep into supplier databases to factor in every single cost imaginable.
Oh, wow.
And AI can do it all in a fraction of the time it would take a human team.
So AI is essentially a superhuman estimator crunching numbers and spotting potential budget issues before they even happen.
That's exactly the goal. And it gets even more impressive. AI can optimize scheduling and predict timelines with incredible accuracy. Think of an AI tool that knows precisely how long each task will take, factoring in things like resource availability and even potential weather delays.
That could be a game changer, especially in an industry known for delays and missed deadlines. But what about the human element? Are we talking about robots replacing construction workers entirely?
Not at all. It's about using AI to enhance human capabilities. Actually, one of the most powerful applications of AI in construction is risk assessment. AI models analyze historical data, project complexity, even external factors like market conditions to predict potential risks early on. This empowers human project managers to address issues before they spiral out of control.
So it's like having a superpowered risk management consultant by your side.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm guessing this is a big deal for bid preparation too, right?
Absolutely. Contractors are using AI platforms to create extremely competitive bids because they have these incredibly accurate cost and time estimates at their fingertips. It helps ensure projects are feasible from the start, which benefits everyone involved.
This all sounds incredibly promising. But no technology is perfect, of course. What are some of the challenges the report highlighted?
You're right, there are hurdles to overcome. First and foremost, AI is only as good as the data it's fed. If the data is incomplete, biased, or just plain wrong, the AI's output will reflect that.
Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. What else?
Well, integration is another big challenge. Many construction companies are still using older systems, and integrating AI solutions into those can be complex and costly.
That makes sense. And I imagine there's a learning curve for the humans involved, too.
Definitely. We need skilled workers who understand AI and can interpret its outputs. This actually leads to another crucial point, ensuring that AI is used to augment human expertise, not replace it entirely.
So we're not talking about robots taking over construction sites.
Not quite, but it does raise some interesting questions.
Yeah.
What happens if AI gets too good at estimating? Does it change how we value human skills and expertise in the industry? Or could it free us up to focus on more creative and strategic work?
Those are some big questions to consider. It seems like AI has the potential to revolutionize construction, but how it unfolds will depend on the choices we make today. We've covered some incredible potential, but we've just scratched the surface. What are some real-world examples of AI in action on construction projects? Let's dig into those next.
So we've been talking about the potential of AI in construction,
Yeah.
but it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Yeah.
It's up to us to decide how we want to use this technology.
That's an important point. It's not just about the tech itself, but about how we choose to implement it. The report mentions some real-world examples of AI in action on construction projects.
Yeah.
Were there any that really stood out to you?
Well, one fascinating example involved a major infrastructure project in Europe.
Okay.
And they used AI to optimize the logistics of moving materials and equipment around the site. Like it significantly reduced congestion and made the entire project much more efficient.
It sounds like AI was acting as a kind of air traffic controller for the construction site.
Exactly.
Were there any other examples that caught your eye?
Yeah, another case study focused on a skyscraper project in Asia.
Okay.
And they used an AI system to analyze thousands of different design variations to find the most structurally sound and cost-effective option. It ended up saving the developers millions of dollars and shortened the construction timeline by months.
It sounds like the kind of futuristic construction we were imagining earlier.
It is pretty amazing.
But are these just isolated examples, or is AI adoption happening on a larger scale in the industry?
Well, it's still early days, but the momentum is definitely building.
Okay.
More and more constructing companies are recognizing the potential of AI to improve their bottom line, enhance safety, and create more sustainable projects.
Yeah.
And as the technology keeps evolving and becomes more accessible, I think we'll see even more widespread adoption in the coming years.
So it sounds like the construction industry is on the verge of a major technological shift.
I think so.
But let's talk about some of the bigger picture implications of this AI revolution. For instance, everyone knows that construction can be a dangerous job.
Oh yeah, it definitely can be.
Can AI actually make it safer for workers?
There's definitely potential there. Think about computer vision, the technology we discussed that analyzes images and videos.
Right.
Well, it can be used to monitor construction sites in real time, identifying safety hazards, like workers not wearing proper gear or potential equipment malfunctions.
So it's like having a virtual safety inspector constantly watching over the site.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What about sustainability? That's a big concern in the construction industry.
Yeah, it is.
Can AI help there too?
Absolutely. AI can play a significant role in making construction more sustainable. For example, it can optimize building designs for energy efficiency or even analyze the life cycle of materials to minimize waste and environmental impact.
It seems like AI can help us build smarter and greener. But with all this talk about the potential of AI, we need to address the elephant in the room. What about the potential for job displacement?
Yeah,
This is a concern in many industries where AI is making inroads.
it's a valid concern, and it's one we need to approach thoughtfully. It's important to remember that AI is a tool. It's up to us as a society to decide how we want to use it.
So it's not just about the tech itself, but about the choices we make about how to implement it.
Right.
We need to make sure AI is used to empower workers, not replace them.
Exactly. That means focusing on training and education. We need to equip construction workers with the skills to work alongside AI, to understand its outputs, and use it as a tool to enhance their expertise.
It's about collaboration, not competition. What would this kind of human-AI partnership look like on a construction site?
Well, imagine construction workers using AI-powered tablets to access real-time information about the project. They could get instant feedback on their work and collaborate more effectively with their colleagues. It's all about leveraging the strengths of both humans and machines.
That sounds like a future where technology makes construction jobs safer and more efficient, not obsolete.
Exactly.
But there are other potential downsides to consider as well, right? The report mentioned that AI is only as good as the data it's fed. Right.
What happens if that data is flawed in some way?
You're raising an important point. If the data used to train an AI system is incomplete, biased, or inaccurate, the AI's outputs will reflect those flaws. That's why it's crucial to ensure that the data used is high quality, diverse, and representative.
So we need to be cautious about blindly trusting the recommendations of AI systems
Yeah,
and always apply human judgment and
oh,
critical thinking.
for sure.
What about the legal and ethical implications of using AI in construction? This feels like uncharted territory in a lot of ways.
It absolutely is. There are many questions we're still grappling with as a society. For example, who is liable if an AI system makes a mistake that leads to a cost overrun or even worse, a safety incident? And how do we ensure that the sensitive data generated by construction projects is properly protected?
It sounds like there are still a lot of unknowns.
Yeah,
But despite these challenges, the potential benefits of AI in construction seem enormous.
there's no doubt about that. This technology has the power to transform the industry, making it safer, more efficient, and more sustainable.
But we need to proceed with caution, awareness, and a commitment to using AI responsibly.
It's not just about embracing the latest tech, it's about doing so in a way that benefits everyone.
Right.
It sounds like this conversation about AI in construction is far from over. We've covered a lot of ground today, but let's wrap things up by focusing on what this all means for the future of the construction industry. We spent this deep dive exploring the exciting world of AI in construction, and it's clear that this technology has the potential to really reshape the industry in some pretty profound ways.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But as with any powerful tool, there are potential downsides and risks that, we need to consider carefully.
Oh, absolutely.
So we've touched on the potential for job displacement and the importance of using high quality data, but there are other risks, some, more subtle than others. So
Yeah.
what are some of the things we need to be particularly cautious about when it comes to AI and construction?
Well, one risk that's often overlooked is the danger of over-reliance on AI. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement and think these systems are infallible, especially as they become more sophisticated.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we can't just blindly accept AI's recommendations without applying, our own judgment and critical thinking.
Exactly. We need to remember that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it has limitations. The human elements of critical thinking, intuition, and experience are still essential in construction.
It's about finding the right balance, isn't it? Using AI to augment human capabilities, not blindly following its every suggestion.
Yeah.
This brings up another point we touched on earlier, the importance of human oversight when it comes to AI.
Right.
Why is that so crucial?
Well, human oversight is absolutely critical to ensure that AI is used responsibly and effectively in construction. For example, humans need to be involved in setting the goals and parameters for AI systems,
Okay.
making sure they align with our values and priorities. We also need to monitor AI's performance, identifying and correcting any errors or unintended consequences.
So it's not just about letting AI run on autopilot. We need humans in the loop, providing guidance and making sure things are on track. This feels like a theme we've been returning to throughout this deep dive, the idea that the future of construction isn't about AI replacing humans, but about humans and AI working together.
That's exactly right. The most successful construction projects in the future will be those that harness the strengths of both humans and AI. Humans bring creativity, problem-solving skills, and the ability to adapt to unexpected situations. AI brings data crunching power efficiency and the ability to identify patterns that humans might miss.
It's a powerful combination when you think about it. But this raises a really interesting question. What skills will construction workers need to thrive in this future where AI is playing an increasingly important role?
That's a question a lot of people in the industry are grappling with right now. Clearly, technical skills will be important. Workers will need to understand the basics of how AI works, how to interpret its outputs, and how to use AI-powered tools effectively.
It sounds like we're talking about a whole new level of digital literacy for construction workers.
Yeah, I think so.
But what about the non-technical skills? Will those still be important in a world where AI is handling a lot of the heavy lifting?
Absolutely. In fact, some of those non-technical skills might become even more valuable in the future.
Yeah.
Communication, collaboration, problem-solving, critical thinking. These are all human skills that AI can't replicate.
So we're talking about a future where construction workers need to be both tech savvy and adaptable, able to think critically and work effectively alongside AI systems.
Exactly.
It's a pretty exciting, if somewhat daunting, vision of what the industry might look like in the years to come.
It is exciting, and there's no doubt that AI will continue to transform construction in ways we can't even fully imagine yet.
Cool.
But as we've discussed throughout this deep dive, it's crucial that we approach this technological revolution thoughtfully and responsibly, focusing on using AI to create a safer, more efficient, and more sustainable industry for everyone involved.
That's a great note to end on. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the mind-blowing capabilities of AI to the potential risks and ethical considerations we need to keep in mind. The future of construction is being shaped right now, and it's up to all of us to make sure that AI is used to create a better future for the industry and for the world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of AI in construction.